It should be pretty obvious where most of our news is coming from this time around. Hey, it's Joshua Vergara from Android Authority. What's going on, everybody? And it's time for another dose of the week's top Android news. It's Android Authority Weekly, coming to you live from IFA in Berlin. Clearly, the vast majority of the news that we have in this edition comes from IFA, but some of the important news actually came out even before the exhibition doors opened, mainly from Samsung. Yes, the Galaxy Note 3 was unveiled to no one's real surprise, but what did catch us all off guard was the material choice. This is no longer a glossy plastic phone like so many of Samsung's other offerings. Instead, a textured plastic made to somewhat mimic leather replaces it. Under the hood, you get the updated performance with the Snapdragon 800 and 3 GB of RAM, all of which power the new S Pen and multitasking functionalities. It is a true beast of a phone, but it does come with a little friend. Also true to the rumor, Samsung came out with its own smartwatch, and it is called the Galaxy Gear. It's a stylish little device that comes with a load of abilities. Aside from pairing to your Galaxy Note 3 via Bluetooth and viewing your notifications, the Gear can actually take calls and comes with speakers and microphones to do so. Plenty of apps will be made for the Gear, but we're told it's a pretty closed ecosystem. Developers might be able to make that change, however. These are two devices that are supposed to come together, and so we can expect them to come in bundles across major carriers. Speaking of development, it was revealed what the next iteration of Android is going to be called. What we were originally calling Key Lime Pie all over the place is actually going to be called KitKat. Yes, it seems branding isn't going to be an issue for either company, as KitKat even changed up their website to mimic typical smartphone marketing. You should go check that out. 4.4 KitKat will apparently be made for everyone, which suggests that it will be compatible with even older hardware. New statue was put up at the Google campus commemorating the announcement. We'll have more for you about the upcoming version as more KitKats come our way. But what's that? A wild new Nexus smartphone appears. Yes, this shot taken at the KitKat statue shows someone taking a picture of it using a unique-looking smartphone. Nexus logo readable when in landscape. Looks like a soft-touch plastic. Could that be the Nexus 5? Well, we obviously can't just go about calling the next Nexus smartphone the Nexus 5 or anything, but it does look like a slightly smaller Nexus 7, which is definitely something I could get behind. Patent listings show the rumored Nexus 5 might have gotten passed through the FCC already, so we might be seeing the next Nexus smartphone quite soon. Now, plenty of people out there still think that LG might be the developer of the next Nexus smartphone, but this week LG got into the news for a different reason. The Korean manufacturer officially got back into the tablet game with the announcement of the G Pad. An 8.3-inch tablet made just for you, the G Pad tries to be the best tablet without trying to go overboard. With a typical plastic front, the tablet employs a welcome backing made of aluminum. It includes all of the functions the great G2 smartphone has and adds in seamless inter-device functionality. We'll have a full review of the G Pad soon, so stay tuned. And finally, we end on Sony, whose newest flagship phone has until now been called the Onami phone. However, as is the trend, a lot of the rumors happen to be true, and now we know the Onami phone as the Sony Xperia Z1. A 5-inch device sporting the Snapdragon 800, the Xperia Z1 retains the general design of the Xperia Z, but comes with an incredible camera powered by what is called the G lens. The G lens is supposed to reach a similar quality to Sony's compact cameras and sports a whopping 20.7 megapixels. However, the camera department wasn't left for the Z1's glory, as the fabled attachment lenses were also unveiled. The QX line includes the 100 and the 10, sporting 20.2 megapixel and 18.2 megapixel Exmor-R CMOS sensors respectively. The biggest news regarding these lenses is that they aren't just for Xperia phones. Yes, they even attach to iPhones. Basically, any Wi-Fi direct device will connect to the lenses, which include their own hardware buttons, built-in camera app that is installed on the phone, and even its own memory via micro SD cards. These little lens units are definitely different, but they sport pretty great quality, close to the stellar compact camera, the Sony RX100. And so, there you have it, for this edition of Android Authority Weekly. IFA is winding down, and that means so am I. Stay tuned for our next episode of Weekly and for all of our other coverage at Android Authority. Drop us a like down below in our videos and don't forget to subscribe. I hope you enjoyed all of the coverage we had here at IFA in Berlin. So stay tuned to Android Authority for the rest, because we are your source for all things Android.